Hey YouTube, this is Raj, and today I'm going to be talking about how to combine lower level enchantments to create higher level enchantments. This is something that is a part of the anvil that you may not be aware of, and is actually very useful in getting higher enchantments without having to actually enchant your tools with or get them from books. So why don't we get started? In Minecraft, one of the things you can do that you may not be aware of is that you can combine lower level enchantments to create higher level enchantments. So how this works is through the anvil. So you can combine items in an anvil, and basically to do this you have to have two items that have the same level of enchantment, so protection 1 in this case, and I'm assuming the enchantment cost of level 2 is based on this one is 1 and that one is 1. This is kind of unusual because usually with the anvil it usually just takes this one, but I'm assuming because they're combining, the cost involves that one also. So you get a protection 2 book out of this. Now, if you can tell here, both of these items have been worked once. They're both protection 2. The end result is protection 3, so as you can tell, each time you combine these two books it increases the level by 1. And let's see if I can figure out how the enchantment cost is based on. So it would be 2 and 2, and I'm assuming the prior work penalty is 1 for both, so it's 5. Let's see, is there any good? So as you can tell, even if you combine these two, you're only getting that one. So eventually, if you keep doing this, you'll get a protection 4 book. So how many books would that take? 4, 8. I don't know how many books, but it would cost a lot of protection books to actually get up to a level 4. So the other thing to consider with this is obviously this could be useful for certain things. So for example, if you want a fortune 3 and you have 2 fortune 2s, it makes sense to combine those two to get a fortune 3. Or if you want something like luck of the sea, you combine those two and get a higher one, or even efficiency, it's useful. It's not as useful if you consider doing something as I just did with protection 1. So if you just take a lot of protection 1 books, obviously you're going to have to combine them all. The prior work penalty is going to end up costing you a lot, and then obviously you're combining a lot of books. So the enchantment cost to get all of the books from protection 1 all the way up to protection 4 is going to be pretty costly. So this is definitely a very useful thing, combining enchantments, if you're just going up one level or a couple levels, or you have some random books that you just want to combine. But you should just be careful on how you use it, because if you end up doing it a little overboard, it's definitely going to cost you a lot of enchantment levels. So that was how to combine lower level enchantments to create higher level enchantments. Definitely very useful. I had no idea that the anvil honestly did this, and it is a very useful function. Because there are definitely a big difference between certain levels. So something like fortune, it's definitely useful to have a fortune 3 pickaxe versus a fortune 2. So if you're able to combine those enchantments to get a fortune 3, it's very valuable. Also things like looting too would be another good example. But this is something that is definitely worth at least knowing, so that if you want to do it, you can do it. Just be aware of going overboard with it, because you don't want to spend too much in enchantment costs. But anyways, if you want to know more about the enchantments, I have videos on those. If you want to know how to enchant your tools or your items or your armor, I've done videos on that also. And I'm planning on just going through everything involving enchanting and enchantments in Minecraft, so I have a huge overall picture of how it works in Minecraft, and you know how to maximize what you're doing with enchanting in Minecraft. So anyways, if you like this video, please give me a like. If you want me to keep producing content, please give me a subscribe. You can always leave a comment, I appreciate that. And stay classy, YouTube. This is Raj.